Hello everyone. Had some technical difficulties, but I think we're good. So let us know in the chat if you can see and hear us okay. Um,
Hey guys, sorry
we're
for
back, we're
the
back. Good
delay.
afternoon. Okay, awesome. So yeah, happy to be here. I'm Brandon. You guys obviously all know who I am, totally. Here with my lovely co-commentator, Amin. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey guys, it's Amin. Probably from the video you guys saw in the Twitter, the X. You guys all know me. Good friend of Hans. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, Amin is a legend, I'm very happy to be commentating with him. We also have our special guest next to me.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Might remember me from last commentary we did on Hans's SCC match against Bashir. Yeah, I'll be here for a bit. But yeah, it seems like we should get it going because I think we're already into game five.
Yeah. And I think Andrew won't be joining us for long. He has a date or something planned, something like that.
No.
But Andrew will be here a little bit as our special guest, and then we'll be off with Amin. So yeah, we're on game what, 5 now, and so the score
I
is two
don't
and a
see the
half.
board clearly, but I think Hans is down a pawn. Rook and knight endgame. Um, I don't know what's happening. Just B pawn feels like it's rolling. I don't know.
Yeah. So what is the current score? Do you know?
2.5, 1.5 pawns, I believe.
Okay,
So
2.5, 1.5 for Hans.
Hans grabbed the pawn back, he's stopping pawn with the knight, but Anish will be pressing this in with seconds left. Pawn needs to be accurate.
Yeah. So interesting night end game, yeah.
You guys have
So
the board?
Anish,
I just did a video. Oh,
Oh yeah, Amin might not be able to see.
I mean maybe you need to just go watch on chess.com then, yeah.
oh.
Oh, it's 2-2.
Oh yeah, it's all good, it's all good. I see it now.
The score is wait, let's confirm the score quickly. Um,
So yeah.
yes, it is 2.5, 1.5 for Hans. Um,
No, it's 2-2 Chas.
it's too soon. It's bugged. Okay, apparently it's 2-2 then.
Words.
Test result says 2-2. Okay. So, so this game, I'm not quite sure what happened. Maybe they agreed to a draw here or something, or I'm not really sure. But the game stopped here. Um, feels a little bit of a strange moment to agree to a draw, though. Yeah, it feels like the game should go on a little longer.
It probably went on. Just moves are not coming in.
Yeah, I see they're repeating the moves. Yeah, okay.
Okay, apparently they made a draw, but for some reason more moves weren't coming in on my screen. It says the game ended after king f3. So okay, I'm not quite sure what happened here, but yeah.
No, I think it was knight versus two pawns, H and G, and yeah, it was a good save from Hans. It's a tough game.
Yeah, sorry, I'm second. I'm trying to. Okay, the chess.com format is very strange, but not sure of the game, but I guess they have not started yet, yeah? All right. All right. I mean, so what do you think? What are your predictions for the Blitz portion of this match?
I know Hans's skills in Blitz. I kind of see him as the favorite. Also, considering the previous match Hans had against MVL, he beat MVL, who is one of the best Blitz players in the world. I think Hans is the favorite. But of course, Anish is a great player, so it's gonna be a tough match. But yeah, I'm pretty optimistic for Hans's chances.
Yeah, for sure. No, we know how well Hans can play
What
when
about
he's
you?
on a roll. So yeah, so the next game is kicking off now. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I
I don't
actually
know.
like Hunt's opening choice. He's pretty good at these positions.
Yes, yes,
It's
I
like
know
easy
Hans
to
like
play.
these Queen's Indian type positions quite a bit. Sorry, let me flip the board. All right. So we get this line. Andrew probably knows a little bit about this because he knows everything. So take it away, Andrew. What can you teach us here?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an expert in every position, but I mean here, I think Anisha's looks like he's rolling out something that he analyzed. Obviously the fight revolves around the e4 square here. White's trying to expand and create the giant big white center.
We all love the big white center.
While black is trying to hinder that, and in compensation, he does have a little bit of a damage structure for white. So yeah, very very interesting positional struggle so far. We'll
I
see
actually
how the
like.
players proceed. I think 97 e5 at home makes sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also there is another idea which black goes like a4, even a3. I'm not sure about a3, but a4, and then rook a5, knight d7, queen a8, which is a very typical plan in these positions. Um,
Um,
it's one of the ideas of playing a5 in this line. Um, I'm not. Yeah, queen c6 also looks fine.
Yeah, very interesting. But Anish is playing super fast here, so it seems like he knows a bit about these kinds of positions. But yeah, like you said, it'll revolve around the sort of central struggle, and with White having the huge, massive, big white center rolling down the board, it'll be up to Hans to neutralize it. But in the long term, White's two pawns could become very weak. So if Hans can kind of survive on for a long time, then he should be in good shape.
It's pretty solid for black. It's not very easy to break through with white. Also, you should
Yes,
always
yes, you
watch
guys should see
white
it from the
tells
black
like
side now, yeah?
five.
what do you mean? Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a little name there, so
Ah,
that's kind of so it's fine.
okay, yeah, guys. Hans is black in this game. I'm not sure why the overlay shows that Hans is white, but Hans does have black in this position, so. Yeah, yeah. He does. The thing is, Hans, when he gets his kinds of positions that he knows well, especially in Blitz, he's very, very difficult to face because he has very good instincts. And when he gets his flow going, he's
A4 A3 is pretty interesting. I'm not sure about that
Yeah,
because
like
I don't know because this A3 it could be an asset, but could be also a weak spot. So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So I guess his idea is to play Rook A8, Rook A4 or something, as Amin said earlier. But of course, it's double-edged. The A pawn could become a weakness. So I guess we'll see. Yeah. So what do you think
Hans
the plan
actually
should be for
catch
White
up on
then?
the clock, which I like. Well, does he have
I
knight
think
c5?
what well I could even consider G4, G5 to expand even further. Doesn't look too bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rook b4 from Anish. It's against this rook a4. And bishop c1, tagging an a3 pawn. The rook e8 from Hans, all looking very natural. With bishop f8 next.
Yeah,
Great,
yeah.
great so far from Hans, I think. I really like how he's handling it.
I agree. I agree because it's not really clear what White's plan is here. Yeah, like okay, eventually you probably want to target a pawn somehow, but it's not that clear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
knight d2 from Anish, maybe hinting at knight b1 to collect the pawn. Well, he did allow
Yeah,
f5
but
there.
it feels too slow. I don't know.
Yeah, he did allow f5. Hans decides to not take it and go bishop f8. But now
C5
t5,
is
which looks
crazy.
very questionable to my eyes. There's even knight
Knight
c5.
C5?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
This
think he
looks great
missed
for
knight
Hans.
C5.
Yeah. Very, very
Uh,
questionable from Anish, I think.
D5 is crazy. Um,
Yeah, because even if White was to collect the a pawn somehow, Black can always double the a5 and probably recollect the a
yeah,
pawn anyway.
exactly.
So
But yeah,
it
that
seems
was the
very
problem.
committal to the defense. Yes.
Yeah, that was the issue for the like from white structure. It's not very clear what should white do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
So now
thought
he's going
probably
after
go
pawn,
after
but
the A pawn, but wow, a
Wow,
pawn.
f5, immediately going for it. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
E4, knight D3. Wow, very good, very nice.
Very principled approach. Yeah, just striking the center while White's pieces are kind of sloppy. But yeah, computer says White is okay somehow.
Queen of
But I don't
no,
know. In a blitz game, I would. This seems like very, very dangerous for
Yeah,
White.
maybe queen f5 and give the exchange. So why will if you
that's
take the rook on
very
b4,
shaky.
queen takes take knight d3, why give the rook on b4 and you fix your structure? It doesn't look that bad to me.
Like bishop A3 and C4, but then I have ideas like rook A4, rook A8.
Right, right. So
Um,
maybe I don't take on
not sure if that is the way. Maybe you should take with. I'm not sure.
Maybe I don't take on the a3, just move the bishop somewhere. Okay, so
I,
Anish
I
does
think
go
we have
for it.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
we have
okay.
it.
He does go for it. Okay.
Because it does happen in the game. And
Oh,
yeah, I
it
mean,
looks terrible for white, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I
you
think it's
might
not
even
taking
have
on
to take with
a3.
bishop. I think you might even have to take with bishop because CB rook a4. I don't know. It's very difficult. You cannot really move the bishop. You cannot really play b5. I don't know.
Right.
It looks very shaky to me.
Definitely, definitely. And yeah, as Andrew was saying, it's perhaps stronger for white to just move the bishop somewhere else and keep black's work closed, yeah? Because even though white has 2 pawns
Oh
for the
yeah,
exchange,
that's very smart actually.
Looks like, looked very decent for what. But
so
now,
yeah, now white, although he's an extra pawn, these pawns on c5 on the a pawn are extremely weak.
Bishop b7,
rook
And
great move.
f8,
the play seems super easy for Hans, yeah? Just try to activate the
Yeah,
rook somehow. Rook f8 could come.
king
king
f3.
f3, king is going to e4 and a little stroll.
But
Yeah,
still, I
I
mean,
actually like that, but
yeah, of course black should be better here with the extra exchange, but it's not going to be that easy to win.
I like this plan for Holland. Rook f7, rook f8 tonight, to follow, forcing g4, and then you play
and
g6
then
and open it.
g6, yeah, and rook
Yeah.
f4.
So h5, yeah. Protecting the
Yeah,
h5.
Anyways,
g4.
g6 will come and the rooks are
Yeah,
walking.
I
You
think it's just crushing.
take rook
Uh,
f3 even with the mate on
Is
f3.
it here Hans and Brandon have the same
oh, he took
voice?
on f2. He missed rook f3.
Yeah,
Rook f3 was simply made.
Maybe, yeah, but nah, it's just winning. Rook f2 is just game
But
over.
okay, Hans is completely winning regardless, yeah? But this is very typical Hans style, just keeping control over the position, just trying to collect the pawns. He doesn't look for these kinds of tactics, yeah? It's like a very typical move that Hans would miss.
Yeah. Yeah, just move the rook and then push the pawn. It's GG's.
These commentators are worshiping at the altar of the Church of Hans. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's their job. D5 is a ridiculous move. Yeah. No, D5, I think he had a concrete idea of trying to collect the A pawn somehow, but it was simply just too slow. It's too risky to go D5 and give black all of his squares. And I think he realized that a little too late.
Yeah, that was the key point of the game.
King
After
g7,
d5.
king walks in, yeah.
Yes. Describe Hans' strengths as a player. I think Hans has a very, very good instincts and he's very confident, and that helps him a lot. But sometimes a little bit too confident. I think that holds him back a little bit. But when it comes to specific, he misses a lot of specific details and calculation, but he has very, very good instincts.
Yeah, I agree. And also he's quite good at these close positions where he can maneuver his pieces and
Exactly. Yeah. When there's not a lot to calculate, he understands positions very, very well.
Yeah, definitely great opening just from Hans.
Yes, very nice game
Now
from
for the
Hans.
first time he's leading, right?
So he is leading the match now, yeah. So he should be winning 3-2.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a short break.
3.5.
3.5, 2.5. Okay. Wait. This one, yeah.
How many games now?
So this was game 6, yeah. So we're halfway through the match already. Wow. Yeah, no, so I think this is looking good for Hans. I mean, I don't know. What do you think the strategy should be if you're a niche to try to come back after the halfway mark?
Well, there are still so many games left, so I mean, just play your stuff, play your lines. You don't have to do anything crazy. Um, yeah, I think there is no crazy strategy to come back. It's just 1 point. You can come back at any time.
That is
Not
true. That is true.
necessarily crazy, but yeah, he has to definitely. I mean, these positions that he like this Queen's Gambit. How do you call it? This B6 should be 7. It's not really an Anish's style, so probably I think he should switch to E4.
Yeah. And also, if we remember Hans's match against MVL, right? In online chess, I mean, it was 3+1 in that format, and it's okay. It's very different playing online, right? Like when you play online, it's a lot about streaks, and sometimes the player gets tilted and you win a few in a row. You keep clicking, you're pressing rematch. Over the board is a little bit different, right? You have time to sort of recollect yourself, kind of just take a deep breath and start over. So tilt becomes way less of a factor in over the board chess. So, like you said, from Anisha's perspective, I don't think he needs to go crazy, right? There's only a 1 game deficit, and he still has half the match left, so it'll definitely be interesting.
I fully agree. In terms of openings, I mean, we're not really following the games closely. We had some delay. But I think this opening choice from Anish, it wasn't so good. It's not really his style. Just he has to play E4 and just because he knows E4 really well. Just go for some direct line. Like some I don't know Roy Lopez, Italian, and some Bishop G5. He's very good at these things. And he has
Right,
good
right.
knowledge. So that should be his strategy, in my opinion. These
Yeah,
positional like fighting conditions, I don't think it's really Anish's style.
yeah, I agree. I think Anya should be taking the fight to Hans, asking him direct questions, and really making the game come down to concrete things because right now I think Hans is in his element. He's very comfortable. And I think he's employing the same sort of strategy he did against Maxime, where he's trying to keep control of the games and slowly outplay them. So I think strategy for Nisha is to really make things more concrete, more tactical, and just roll the dice. So but yeah, I will be heading out, you guys. So I'll let you enjoy the likes of Amin and Brandon, who I'm sure will do an amazing job. So yeah,
All right, chat.
make sure you continue to tune in.
Say bye to Andrew, guys. You know, our
Yeah.
star guy is
Thank you.
leaving. Speed of light. Our MVP on our team, but
Yeah.
fortunately he has to take care of more important business than us, so
Right.
we'll be heading out.
Goodbye, guys. But I'm sure you'll have better company to enjoy this match. But all right.
All right. All right. So
You know, Brandon, I
now
was
that
thinking, maybe the reason that Anish is not playing E4 is that he wants to use this in classical. So
right,
he's not
that's
sure.
definitely something to
He
consider.
wants to show his like weapon. Um, that's the thing because usually I'm sure like Anish is not really feeling confident in like this D4, C4, knight F3, like knight C3 stuff. Or maybe Catalan, maybe like Catalan also I know Anish knows quite well, but these lines I don't know. It's just I don't know, not really his thing. I think the reason that he's not playing E4 is that maybe he wants to use it in classical, so he feels like there it's more important. So that's the
Yeah.
reason.
No, that's definitely something to think about. And by the way, guys, now that Andrew's gone, I think for me, I will be the guy responding to idiotic chat. And I mean, he's a real chess player here. Like he's a proper chess player, top what, 20 in the world. He can give actual insight. I'm just here to respond to chat. So please don't listen to anything that I say about the chess games. You should be listening to Amin.
You're good, bro. You're good.
But yeah, no, that is definitely something to think about. Like you said, like when you're playing somebody this many games in a row, it's kind of a rare thing, right? To play somebody in Blitz, Rapid, then Classical all in a row. So
Yeah,
openings becomes a much bigger factor, and it's definitely something you have to think about, right? Like you don't really want to give away any serious prep in a Blitz game. So
exactly. I also felt it myself. Sometimes when I'm playing some Blitz tournaments or rapid tournaments, I'm not really sure what exactly I want to play because I definitely have some like I don't know very interesting ideas in mainlines, but do I really want to show them, in Blitz and Rapid? And if not, then what exactly I'm going to play? It's very tricky. Like I think it's very important to have your own Blitz and Rapid repertoire. And just we have many like good like Blitz and Rapid players, such as I don't know. For example, I'm going to give an example like Haik Martirosyan, who
Mhm.
did finished like third place in World Blitz in Samarkand.
Right.
So basically, what I've noticed is that he has his own Blitz and Rapid repertoire, which he knows it extremely well, and it helps him to play it very quickly. I think it's very important to play what you're comfortable, like really comfortable with, and the ideas. It doesn't necessarily have to be a very like great line. You see, for example, some people are keep playing knight f3, g3. I mean,
Mhm.
sometimes like they don't even play the most critical lines, but they just know the position. They just know how to play. So it's very important to play what you're comfortable with in like first like 20, 30 moves. I think that's the
No,
most important.
definitely. Definitely. And yeah, and Blitz especially, like that's also guys why the V2 opening works so well, yeah? Because well, Blitz is just about getting positions that you're comfortable with and where you can put pressure on the clock too, right? Like it's funny because a lot of the times in the Blitz game I won't think and my hand will just play some move, but then I realize I'm accidentally playing sort of real prep. And then eventually I'll just play a random move to get out of theory. But yeah, like you said, like it's a lot more important just to play what you know, where you understand the plans, even if you're playing a complete garbage position. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
Like, and I think like sometimes I feel like at the highest level, you still got to be kind of serious, which is true. But at the same time, like, I don't know, even the top players, if you look at their blitz games, they really don't know how to play. Nobody knows how to play this game. Yeah. So like
Yeah,
it ultimately just comes down to playing what you feel more comfortable in.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's important to stay up on time. That's one thing that I can say for sure. And in order to stay up on time, you have to play what you know the best. Yeah. So when are they gonna start the next game?
Yeah, I think they have probably a few more minutes left of break. And they should continue going. Um, so yeah, looking forward to it. So what exactly is the format again? So there's 12 blitz games,
Yeah,
and how
exactly.
many?
That's what I wanted to ask. Actually, I don't really know. So are they gonna play also rapid games? Like,
Um, yeah, let me see. I wonder if it shows here on chess.com. Did anybody in chat know what the format is? Yeah, click it on the after. Yes, that would be great. I'm sure he'll be happy to come on stream and join after the match. 12, yeah, so 12 blitz games today. Blitz only today, yeah. So so 12 blitz games, days 2, 3, 4, 2 classical per day. Then they find okay, okay. So that's interesting. They're going to classical right after this then, before rapid.
hmm. So
Okay.
rapid is gonna be the last day.
Yes, apparently. Do you think they were reviewing
It,
opening?
it,
That's an interesting question. I wonder. I mean, they could maybe check something quickly, call up a coach or a second, but I think more likely they're probably just taking some rest and trying to refresh before the rest of the match. I don't know how
yeah,
useful it
I
would be.
don't think it would be very smart to just check the openings now. I think you need to get a fresh head.
Right, yeah. Because I mean, in Blitz, the game is pretty much never decided right out of the opening, right? It's always comes down to the mistakes later. So
Yeah, exactly. Um, but I think format favors Hans, honestly. It's if it was only classical, I would have said like Anish is definitely like the favorite. But now
Mhm.
it's Blitz, Rapid, and classical all combined. So I think it favors Hans for sure because Anish is not known to be like a great Rapid. I mean, he's a fantastic chess player, but in terms of Rapid and Blitz, I don't think it's yeah, it's his thing. He's much better in classical than Rapid and Blitz, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah, totally
I
agree.
would say,
And the one good thing that's going for Hans also is that two classical games per day. I mean, in European tournaments, you never really grew up playing. That's very rare. But Hans basically spent his whole life playing American tournaments where you're forced to play two classical games a day. So he's used to the sort of fatigue that causes. Whereas,
yeah,
normally one game a day, you have a lot of time to relax and prepare, and you really have to
yeah, it
pace
feels
yourself.
very weird. I don't. Yeah, I actually played like recently a tournament double rounds, but it's really really difficult. It's actually like you don't really have time to prepare, and sometimes you actually don't have to prepare because it gets you tired and you need energy.
Yes,
It's
yes.
crazy.
No, in
So
the
yeah,
US, it's brutal because a lot of the times you don't even get the pairings until 20 minutes before your
and
round.
also I don't remember the last time Anish played the tournament, like which was like double round. Um, I don't really know. Maybe like 5, 6 years ago, or even more. Anish been in the
Yeah.
top for more than I think 10 years already. Um, so yeah, definitely something that favors Hans.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like I think the top players are probably used to a certain rhythm, right? When they play these close events against each other, where they have a schedule. I know Anish is said to be a man of routine. He really likes
Yeah,
his routines and his schedules, and it's just funny. I wonder how it'll affect him playing 2 games a day
yeah,
for the
it would be
first
very
time in a long
interesting to
time.
see how Anish can handle it. It would be very interesting to see. Um, yeah,
Yeah, brutal playing too. Yeah, exactly. Because it's
definitely
not just
something
the
that
two
he's not
games.
used to do for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not just the 2 games, right? You have to account for preparation. You have to find time to eat. You have to relax. It's like your mind is just
Yeah,
constantly growing.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah. STC is also today versus Wesley, I think. Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry.
Tell us the experience of playing World Rapid and Blitz Team Championship. I mean, why don't you share your thoughts?
It was really interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I loved our team. I'm really upset that we didn't manage to pull it off, but we had a great team. We had a great spirit, and in some decisive matches, so for example, against this team from LA, I had a winning position in one move, and they just slipped. If I had won that game, we would have won the match, and we would have fought for a medal. Um, which was unfortunate. We were definitely the underdog, but we had a great team spirit. It's just unfortunate that we didn't manage to win medal. But yeah, hopefully for next year's, we'll see. We're gonna improve.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Like, yeah, I mean, we definitely, and there was basically no match where we got completely wiped out, right? We had good chances in every single match, and it just very unlucky because so many of us had such great positions that we just didn't. We made one move blunders, just a combination of really bad luck for us, I think. But overall, the experience was very, very fun. I mean, we've definitely had the best team spirit of any of the teams, that's for sure.
For sure, for
Uh,
sure. Very friendly, very friendly.
I won't maybe go into too much detail of our team activities, but I can assure you we had a lot of fun and we've some great team bonding.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I think they're gonna start pretty soon. Anish seems pretty focused, locked
Yeah,
in.
seems like they're about to get going. All right, cool, cool. Yeah, match against Wesley would be very, very interesting. I mean, I've played Wesley online quite a bit. In my
When is
opinion,
gonna be?
though,
You mean Hans against Wesley? You mean
sorry,
Hans versus Wesley? We
it's
matched
happening
against
today,
Wesley.
apparently. Yes,
It's today.
supposedly.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah. In my opinion, I think MVL is a tougher opponent than Blitz and Bullet Chest, from my experience. I've struggled a lot more against him, but we'll see. Obviously, Wesley is a top player. It's not no like it's not going to be easy for us or anything. But I do feel like if Hans can find the form he was in his last match, he should be the favorite.
Yeah, it's very difficult to say. Wesley is a great opponent. I have an immense respect for his chess skills, and it's gonna be a very difficult match. But no
Yeah,
matchup will be.
and I think again it'll be super close and come down to maybe one or two critical games,
Yeah,
similar to how it was against MVL. So
yeah,
we're
I agree.
definitely in for some excitement.
All right, I think we're ready to go.
I don't see the game yet, but
They're about to start.
okay, cool, cool.
Yeah. Okay, Sicilian again.
Just catching up on chat. Okay, so we're off. Great. Get the Sicilian. All right, so we get something pretty normal. Yeah, I know Hans really likes his bishop d5 check lines and
Yeah,
blitz. I think it's more to his style.
but it's a very complex position.
Yeah,
Yeah, he really likes this line. Uh, Maybe A6 right now. I don't know.
yeah,
That would
definitely
be.
a6 was interesting for white. Kind of hard to evaluate. I never really know if that helps or not, but you
I
are
don't
trying
really
to
like
read black structure.
H3. I think Rook E1 would have been more interesting to just after A6 to respond with Bishop F1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely that makes a lot of sense. Just trying to tuck the bishop away because yeah, and the way Hans did it, I mean, he puts the bishop on e2, but now d4 is a little bit harder to achieve because the e4 pawn is always a little bit weak. So instead he kind of plays slow.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he plays this queen d2 move. So the idea is to swing the queen around with the queen f4, possibly queen h4 at some point. Um, and yeah, it's an interesting position. It's weird to see these kinds of positions sometimes with like all the pieces on the board still. So it's very strategically complex.
Yeah, my board is somehow not updated. I just see after Bishop E2.
That's been played before. But Honda is playing super fast though, which is a good thing. That it's kind of seems like he's kind of comfortable in these sorts of positions. So by the way, I think there will be a course in the Rook Sacrifice opening on gmhansa.com. Yes, guys, you gotta stay tuned for it. But we have some exciting stuff coming on the website, so make sure to check it out and be on the lookout for some courses coming soon. So we reached this endgame. Very interesting. I mean, what do you think about this kind of position?
I don't have the board. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
So is it just like where can I see that? Ah, okay, okay. Ah, okay. Here we go. Yeah, knight c4 is the last move, right? Oh, knight c4 is a pretty interesting move. Pretty balanced.
Fix the board.
Honestly,
All right, why
Gal
is
had a
what?
similar endgame as Black in one of his games, which he lost in this team's championship. It's a very interesting endgame. I kind of like. I mean, maybe White can opt for f4 at some point.
Wait, apparently the board is not
Very
updated.
complex.
I'm not sure why. Mods, if anybody is there. Yes.
Yeah, bishop g5.
Okay, we should have the board back. It looks good. All right, cool. Yeah, sorry guys. All right. So sorry, I mean, what were you saying?
It's not really clear what should White's idea be. Maybe knight e3, maybe rook a2. Yeah, I'm not sure if I really like this rook a2. I don't know.
Yeah, so let me just go back quickly to show what happened when the board froze. So we reached this kind of position, and Hans brought the
Yeah.
queen, brought the
Yeah.
queen to a4.
And this is exactly what Hans's opponent played. So probably he got some idea from his opponent. This queen f4
Ah,
managed.
really?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah. So we reached this sort of endgame, and yeah, it's kind of double-edged. I mean, it's hard to evaluate. Like, Black does have this pawn in a4, could potentially be a weakness, but also Black does have the half-open d file.
Mm.
Um,
I think at some point White has to look for this knight e3, knight d5 maybe. h5 is a
yeah,
good
exactly.
tactic move. White always had this idea of playing bishop g4.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
which was a good move.
Right. Like if White could somehow get the bishop into g4, e6, and
Yeah.
totally control the d5 square, then Black would be in big trouble. So h5 is a very logical move. And yeah, I guess this position will come down to whether Hans can sort of make use of his slight, Black's slight weaknesses and on
Mm.
d5 and the a4 pawn. But at the same time, Black's pieces are all pretty well placed, and it's not so easy to come up with a plan for White.
What do you think White's idea should be?
Probably at some point, White should consider expanding on the king side with some f4, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. I was thinking maybe
Um.
he wants some h4, bishop f1. I'm not sure. Yeah,
So
he
yeah,
does
he
h4.
plays it.
Yeah.
So he goes for your idea. Yeah, makes a lot of sense as well.
Wow, wow, Anish really has like 15 seconds. What's going on? Why is he spending so
Yeah.
much time?
Yeah. Why is he playing so slow? Very strange. I mean, you can't be killing yourself like this on the clock. Yeah, I like how Hans is playing h4, king h2, playing logical moves super fast. You're just putting pressure on the clock.
Yeah, knight c4,
But he does take on c4. Interesting.
f5. Wow,
f5. Wow.
very interesting decision.
So he's trying to, but with 14 seconds on the clock, do you really think it's
Yeah,
such a smart
exactly. It
idea to
feels a bit
mix things
shaky,
up?
but
He goes knight d5, very logical. Um,
oh wow, oh this is
Really, he
terrible.
takes.
This is
That I
terrible.
don't like though. If he has to take on d5, then something definitely went wrong for Anish.
Oh no,
Um,
this is just over. Like a
yeah, no,
pawn is falling at some point.
but very strange play from Anish, how he kind of collapsed within a few moves. I mean, I know he was low on
Oh,
the
the
clock,
problem was
but
his time management was terrible.
yeah. I think he just, I don't know, he was
Can't
overthinking
see
something, and
though. Why did you take on e5? Why not just bishop h5? I don't understand.
yeah, that is a little bit weird. Maybe he thinks he has some kind of forced win here, but I don't know. But okay, it should still be completely winning for white. Yeah, you're up a clean pawn. You have two bishops.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, if we just go back a little bit, like it's very strange how he sort of just collapsed here. He took on c4, let white play knight d5, and then traded his legs for bishop. I mean, giving white two
It's a very
bishops and
tactical decision, considering his time.
right. Like for example, if Anish wanted to play for f5, he could simply take on f4 or something and then go f5 immediately without trading and giving up his legs for a bishop.
Yeah.
So we reach this position, and yeah, Hans is still up. What, two pawns?
Well, now it's a bit.
Although Anish is fighting, he is fighting. The c pawn is falling.
Yeah, it's not that easy, I would say. Even though it's winning, but I wouldn't say it's very easy.
Yeah, so what actually happened here? So Hans did allow Black to have some counterplay, yeah?
Yeah. I say it should be like, I don't know, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think Hans is playing a little bit too fast, maybe. He's kind of expecting Anish to collapse, but he is fighting well. He is fighting well.
So maybe just push the H pawn. Just
Push the
H5,
H pawn,
H6,
yeah?
H7.
So what is Anish's idea?
Yeah.
H5 happens, yeah?
Rook
Rook
C1 comes
C1.
in.
So
Maybe just
creating
King G2.
counterplay.
King G2, maybe Rook G1.
Ah, sneaky. Rook G1. Very sneaky idea. So let's see what Anish does. Yeah, what do you think of that position? If rook G1, King G1?
D4, H6.
Okay, he goes C4, but what is it? How's he gonna stop mate here? So he just brings the rook back. Okay. So Han probably wants to just
To
push
check.
the
Oh, now it should be easy win. Like rook
yeah,
C7.
C7. No, but
Yeah,
once
then
Black's
G4.
rook gets
Yeah,
yeah,
punishment too passive, way too passive.
yeah. I mean, it's very hard to make these decisions with no time, but yeah, there's no way Black can allow the rook to be trapped on the 8th rank. Like
Yeah.
now, I can simply push a G pawn, and it should be pretty much over. I mean, Black's C pawn is never going anywhere, and yeah, yeah, you cannot take on H6 because you have this rook H7 fork. So Black is completely helpless. Yeah, I just pushed a G pawn.
G5. Yeah, just simply G5, I think. The 95. And I think you can even take on C3. Yeah.
Yeah, simply take the pawn. Two
D4.
clean pawns. Should be pretty
Yeah,
simple. All right, next game from pawns. Yeah, very strange time management from Anish. He just killed himself on the clock there.
very strange. Yeah, then H7, dude. Yeah.
6 for G8. That's
Yeah,
GG.
rook G8.
Okay, definitely a nice game by Hans because Anish now needs to get himself together, right? Like that's gonna be a huge confidence booster for Hans. Just, and
Very
yeah, again, if we
strange
just
by Anish. His time management, very, very strange. I'm not saying the position was easy. Definitely, it was a very complex position. But yeah, he cannot afford to spend, this much time. It's just crazy being down 2 minutes on the clock when it's such a complex position.
definitely. Yeah, we reached something sort of normal, but again, we can see the time. It was 2 minutes versus 10 seconds, so Anish kind of probably started to panic and just lost his mind
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But it happens in Blitz, yeah. So okay. So next game starting up should be. So we should have the next game soon. Flip the board. Yeah, so 2 point lead for Hans. Very good stuff. And yeah, I think if Hans sort of gets these end games where he feels super comfortable, I mean, this is going to be a strategy, right? But yeah, Nish definitely needs to step up his game if he wants to compete because you can't,
Yeah,
you cannot play this kind of position again. You're not going to get away with this against Hans playing this with 10 seconds on your clock.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely milked. These commentators look like the average Uber drivers. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm on break from work right now, so just stopping by on the stream for a bit. Who are the other opponents in the lineup? That is a very good question. So he does have a few matches planned in the near future.
I don't know. Like the next, I don't know, against VTable.
Yeah, I think he announced a few.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be against VTable. Not sure. Or Bakro. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's either Bakro or VTable.
Okay. Yeah, those will definitely be interesting. All right. So we're off again. So yeah, I guess typical kind of bishop b4 check Catalan. Yeah, I know Hans knows these positions very, very well. This is sort of normal stuff. Bishop a6. Yeah, this is an ancient line. People have been playing this for forever.
Yeah.
So
I also had a game against Blue Bomb in this line. He knows it pretty well.
I see. So let's see. So what is happening here? So bishop g5. Okay. So he wants to take an f6 and play e4. But
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Maybe just h6. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean these positions are generally very solid for black, right? Like let's say white were to get
Yeah, go on.
yeah, sorry, yeah, no. If white were to get the center, I mean the thing is black has two bishops here, right? So let's say black played something simple like bishop b7. You're always prepared to counter the center with the c5 at some point. And okay, even though white has a center, black is very, very solid and can counterattack. So it should be pretty decent for Hans.
It's also very important to know that almost always after queen a4, wow, b5.
B5, really. But yeah, as Amin was pointing out, after queen a4, black has this trick with knight bishop takes c4, and then b5. And black will win the piece back with the great center. But Hans goes for b5. So the computer hates this. I guess the
Okay.
idea is that he's getting his bishop out to b5, but it does feel like white will be able to strike quickly with a4, and I'm not really sure where his bishop does feel a little bit loose. And of course, white has a huge space advantage, so we'll see what happens. But so I assume white plays something simple. Let's say like, I don't know, e3 or rook e1.
Yeah, why not? Rook e1. It's very strange, very committal decision by Hans. Usually, it almost always favors white.
Yeah, his positions are usually just pretty good for white. I guess he wants to, yeah, he wants to somehow keep his bishop on b5, but don't quite know if I believe in that. So rook e1 does happen. Yeah, next time Hall needs to go for the big black center. Exactly, exactly. He needs to be enlightened. Okay,
Mhm.
so e4 happens. Also very logical.
Not sure if e4 is a good move. I was looking for some a4 maybe, but
But really, he goes h6. That's very strange to me. Let's white take and go e5 and create the big white center.
yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, though, if he took, I'm sure he's worried about the d6 square at some point, but it kind of just feels like black will be suffering for a long time here. Like, it seems like white just has kind of an easy attack. He can play h4, and the center is so
It's a
closed that I'm
big
not really
trade.
sure what Hans can do besides sort of wait
Yeah.
passively.
Yeah. No space for black. He's definitely fumbling in this position between a5. Like you cannot almost. It's very difficult to play f6. White can just push h4 at some point, like go like whenever like I don't know if bishop b5 is a good move, but at some point when you trade the bishops, knight f1, knight e3, then a queen b3, put pressure on the b pawn. Um, it's a very sad position for black.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Hans's idea was. I guess he underestimated this kind of position, but yeah, like I felt like he had to just take an e4 here, and even if it's not so pleasant, like just kind
You
of
still
let
have
us
the
get.
d5 square, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. At least black has a d5 square, whereas the weak d pawn eventually, and the more pieces you trade, the more black space deficit is not as big of a problem, right? Because you can sort of get out. So you have knight f6, rook d8 is coming. And okay, white is probably slightly better, but the game goes on. But here we're just completely squeezed, and there isn't really much for black to do. I mean, white can sort of just improve his position forever. But that being said, I don't like Anish's decision to trade the queens.
Mhm.
That feels very strange to me because if white simply avoids the trade, then it feels like white is just going to start attacking h4 or even g4 at some point, and
Yeah.
black has very, very little counterplay. So I don't quite understand that decision.
But the thing is that you almost never have a counterplay on the queen side because even if you go a4, then what is the next one? If a3, you have b3. If b3, you have a3. So I'm not really sure what is black doing on the queen side. Um, maybe at some point you have to push f6. I'm not sure what black should do, but I don't really see any counterplay on the queen side for black.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he took a more sort of positional approach, but yeah, like you said, I mean, it's still very, very unpleasant. I mean, white can slowly set up g4, can start with even rook h1, rook g1 or something.
Well, I'm thinking maybe at some point, maybe a4, a3, and after b3, maybe knight c3.
Right.
Interesting. But it also weakens the b4 pawn. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
definitely Hans needs to be very careful. So right now he's just trying to keep the position locked up, right? He's trying to try as hard as he can to run h5. Maybe he'll go rook g8 next. And just basically just arguing that it'll be very hard for white to break through. But yeah, so he's trying to create go for his card. He does go a4 and a3. But knight g5, so Anish is starting to attack.
he's threatening h5 right now.
Yeah, so if black played something like a3, then h5 would simply win for white because
Yeah,
if you take on g5, h takes g6, then the bishop will fall, and
yeah.
massacre is happening. So he
Okay,
does
very
take.
interesting. So maybe it's just a fortress now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not very, white can't really round up the b pawn ever because the knight on b5 will always make d4 a little bit loose. So white can never go knight d3 really because the d4 pawn will fall.
Yeah.
So rook b8, yeah, Han will go rook h8 next, neutralize the h file. So Nisha trying to walk the king to the queen side. Interesting. So rook h5. Wow. So Hans is. I almost feel like Hans is trying to be a little bit ambitious here with rook h5.
Maybe, yeah, it's possible. It's uh, it's an interesting decision for sure.
Yeah, and Hans he got a
What's
very bad
what's going
position,
on
but
exactly? I
Yeah,
really want to play a3 at some point.
right. Definitely. Yeah, maybe here, yeah. Here's
Yeah,
knight
yeah, that
a7.
was about the right time. Oh, 97 is very interesting. It was knight c8, 97, knight f5. That's
Exactly.
really,
Trying to
really
reroute the
interesting.
knight. And
Yeah.
okay. So probably white will go knight g3 and they'll trade off and it should be pretty much a draw. I don't really see how either side would make progress. Um,
Yeah, I
but
think knight f5
yeah.
is just a
No,
draw.
this was a great turnaround by Hanzo. I felt like Anish had complete control over the position, but he just held on and fought for his life basically and hung on.
Mhm.
But if, yeah, going back, I mean, although white was still better, but I really don't like Anish's decision to trade queens here. I mean, it feels like white
Yeah.
has a free attack on the king side, h4, g4 or something, and as Amin pointed out, black's queen side counterplay is so slow that white basically has all the time in the world to attack. So definitely Anish could have done more with the position that he got, but credit to Hans for fighting
I don't know
on.
why he's not trying knight f5 and just call it a day.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking a way to push for a win. I don't know.
But it's just impossible because even king g7, yeah, he played it.
Yeah, he finally played it. Yeah, not much is happening. But yeah, very good save by Hans. Definitely a killer for Anish's confidence, right? Losing the way he did last game and then not
He
being able to put this
definitely
one
needed to
away.
win that game. He definitely needed to win that game because he had a great, great chance. This b5 was a very strange decision by Hans, and he really could have played much better. But yeah, yeah. It was also probably not very easy to convert. Uh, if someone as good as Anish didn't manage to do it, then probably it's not so easy.
Definitely, definitely. Where are they playing this? They're playing in Utrecht, Netherlands. I'm actually not too far away right now, about a few-hour train ride. So, Chad, do you guys think I should make a surprise visit and surprise Hans?
It's definitely not a bad idea.
I wonder what his reaction would be.
Yeah.
So,
So I think Hans technically needs one and a half, right? To secure the match victory.
yeah, I guess so. But so do you know the format though? Like how many points it counts for versus the
I
classical?
actually have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I
But
don't know if
yeah,
it matters, like if there's any difference between like six and a half to uh like what 5.5 or like 7 to 5, if it gives any advantage to Hans. But yeah, I'm not sure about that.
right, right. Like, but I most likely they'd probably add up the points somehow, right? So I think in that case, Hans should really not take his foot off the gas pedal, right? Even if a few draws could like I don't know, clinches the match, I think he should really do the best he can and show the best he can on Blitz because not only for the match score itself, but also for confidence, right? I think if
Yeah,
Hans does really well in the Blitz, Anish will feel much more pressure to perform in classical.
I think board is frozen again.
But have they started the game or what?
Yeah, they started the game already.
Ah, okay. For some reason, like I see on the broadcast, they start playing a few moves and then it doesn't show up on chess.com for a little bit. So maybe it's a little bit delayed. Um, I have
Maybe.
the we'll see. Um,
Are we getting an update?
yeah, I'm not sure why the game is not popping up. We're on round um 8 now,
Round,
right?
I think round 9.
Round 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is I have round 9 open here, but it's not moves are not coming in for some reason. Let's see.
Is not scuffed okay.
They're playing pretty fast. Um,
Do you have the moves on your end?
I don't.
Yeah, it's really strange. I'm not sure why neither of us have the game. Um Yeah, chess.com has not been nice to us.
Yeah.
Why did you hear Hikaru? Yeah, I was opening up the chess.com again. The stream comes up. But I don't know
I
why
think
we're getting glitched now. Um
it's a transmission error. The game is not just at com.
you guys in chat to the game at all or no?
But I don't like that Hans has his suit on. It feels like he is a bit chilled out already since he has like this 2 point lead. Um, but the match is not over yet, so I feel like he's
Ah.
chilling too early.
Well, we know Hans, he's a bit of a drama queen sometimes. So go to lead chess, yeah? I almost want to. The big L word. Lead chess is around in 10 seconds, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see on my phone. Um yeah, still no game. Hans really I'm not sure what you're saying. Yes, his lead chess doesn't have the game either, apparently. Hmm. I think we're getting trolled here. I guess they really don't like our
But I can see by the
commentary.
face of players, the game is definitely heating up.
Yeah, they're definitely playing, but I don't know why we're not getting broadcast. Hmm. I think chess.com really just doesn't like our commentary, so they're trying to mess with us. The chess mafia is blocking us. Yeah, I think that's what's happening again. Yeah, Karu's not getting the game either, yeah. Unfortunate. No, but it's not even chess. I mean, as much as I'd love to hate on chess.com, it's not even their fault, right? Because Lee Chess is not getting the broadcast either, apparently. So Han's way better in Blitz and Classical than Rapid. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think in Rapid, Hans he plays a little bit too fast. I think he doesn't. It's hard to adjust. But I think it's a struggle for everybody. I feel like I don't know. I don't really like Rapid very much. Like I feel like it's very difficult to adjust and know like if because you have to play kind of real chess, but at the same time, it's not fully a serious game, right? So it's very difficult to adjust your time management to it.
It's very weird. You don't really know what you should do in Rapid. You don't really know when you should spend your time, and it's as you said, totally right, totally true. It's very difficult to adjust. In Blitz, you have to play fast. In Rapid, you don't really know when you should spend your time, when you should play fast. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you realize that you have just, it's like a bullet now. So it's very difficult to adjust in Rapid. In Classical, you have to spend your time. Blitz, you have to play fast, but Rapid is very strange. I think everybody struggles in Rapid, honestly. It's you have a clear plan in both Blitz and Classical, but in Rapid, you can't really have a clear plan.
Definitely, definitely. And yeah, Rapid I feel like is very random too. Like, of course Blitz is as well, but um, like it just feels like the results usually come down to like one moment where you get low on time and something random happens anyway. It's like a very strange feeling because it's like you want to kind of play a serious game, but then when you think like and play well, like some crazy shit happens in the scrambles always. So it's really like yeah, it's very hard to manage your time properly.
Yeah, yeah, that's the biggest problem in Rapid. But I think yeah, Hans is definitely is much better in Blitz than other time controls.
For
Um,
sure, for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
somebody says we almost had WR in Rapid, but Salima was blunder in that game was heartbreaking. Yeah, no, we were very very close. Like in so many matchups, like we had a great shot. Um, It's really unfortunate the way
Kind of feel a bit
going.
guilty about this tournament because I feel like if I had played a bit better, we would have had bigger chances. In some
Yeah,
cases, for example, against China, I had this winning position against Wei, which I choked, or against Alain. Both games I had winning chances, and yeah, if I had won those games, then things would have been different. But yeah, I mean it's a team competition, you know. But yeah, cool experience for sure.
right.
So, do we have any updates or
Yeah, I don't quite know what's happening.
very, very strange?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe while we're waiting, we could look at some of the previous games that we missed, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. So, okay. So first game, Hans won. Let's see what happens. So yeah, I'm curious about the openings as well. Like, we'll
Wow,
see what.
Bishop
So,
four.
so he went with Bishop C4. Very interesting.
Yeah,
So he
it's
did
became
switch it
very
up.
popular lately. Like Magnus started playing it. Aronian is was the first top player who started playing this line.
Yeah, I played quite a bit of Blitz as well. I've had good results with it. You have to kind of weird position where it's okay. Computer will always say equal, but you get some kind of weird, almost Spanishy type
Yeah.
position. So D4, let's hit a normal. Takes Bishop G5. So you got some endgame after the
I must say,
mess.
what a strange game. It looks fine for black, in my opinion, though. But
So you got some kind of endgame, yeah. But
yeah,
I guess when Anish got low on time, he sort of choked a little bit.
now wait for wait.
Yeah, I think around here probably Anish could have done better, right? Because he gave kind of Hans this kind of rook d6, this sort of active pieces, and okay, Peter says still a draw, but I think with the knight to play in a time scramble with the dark squares is a little bit annoying for black. Um, so yeah, maybe around here he could do better, yeah. Maybe he can play something like rook c8,
58, 55, maybe.
something like this, yeah. But okay, yeah. Very typical Hans fashion, just playing this sort of endgame. And yeah, this is very difficult for black, and then apparently it's some kind of weird way to hold on here, but yeah, Blitz is very difficult. Um, so yeah, no, this was a good game by Hans, definitely. Good way to start the
Well,
match.
what happened? Hans, did he? What happened? Did he lose?
You lose. Wait, oops, sorry.
Active games.
And now I got Hikaru playing for some reason. All right, let's go back to let's see.
Or was it a draw? Can we at least get an update on the results?
Um,
Having Hikaru playing.
I don't.
Let's turn him. No, I don't see a results. You see something?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Oh, sorry, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the chat.
Okay, good, good, good. So Hans needs just 1 point to. He just need to win one game and it's over. But I have a question. Are they gonna stop the match? For example, let's say Hans wins this game, or they're gonna play all 12 rounds.
Well, that is a good question. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I mean, you never know with chess players. Like, it's very possible somebody complained and wanted to turn off the broadcast as a sort of meme on Hans, but
Hmm.
it also could have just been a mistake. But okay, let's take a look at the game we missed. Oh wait, so you have a game going right now. Okay, we have a game in progress right now. But I'm just trying to find the one that we missed. Not this one. We already saw this. Yeah, we saw this one too. Okay, it's all right. I guess we'll just go
They
back to
played semi-courage again. This it's very surprising to see Anish playing this semi-Tarash again. Is it the game? Is it the game now they're playing? Because I saw like
Yes.
by the yeah.
Yes, they're playing this now, but I can't find the game that just finished. So apparently they made a draw, is what we've been told. But okay. Yeah, so we have this weird kind of semi-charge. Again, it's a little bit strange when Hans is playing some serious prep in this match. I mean, I guess he just wants to be super, super solid, but maybe it's smart given the situation, right? He wants to kind of bait
I mean,
Anish to overpush.
I mean, Anish has to prove something.
Exactly. And now the pressure is on him to kind of overpush. So, but yeah, I mean, his position is kind of normal. Like,
They
seems
really don't like Anish's opening choice. I think it's time to go for something really direct, really sharp. This line is really solid for black.
so. Takes an a4 with the rook. Interesting decision. I mean,
I don't know. I was considering D, but
yeah, D immediately jumps out at me, but perhaps he's afraid of his king safety at some point with some like h4 eventually, but seems like it should be okay for him also.
I don't see any problem there.
Takes with the rook, bishop e6. But it does seem like white kind of got what he wanted now. You kind of reroute the bishop. Bishop e5, bishop d4 comes to mind.
Maybe some bishop, yeah, bishop e5, bishop d4, exactly. Bishop e5, you always have to, yeah, but I'm not sure if g4 works.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's calculating right now. But g4, hg, and the d pawn is hanging. So
Yeah, and rook g4 looks a bit weird.
so he does go bishop e5, yeah. Yeah, so if g4, hg takes queen d5, and there's black runs out of steam. So kind of hard to know what to suggest for Hans. I mean, you don't really want to sit passively, but at the same time, white is going to be coming with bishop d4 next. So yeah, this is definitely not what Hans wanted. He goes rook a4, huh?
Very, very, very strange.
Strange move. So let's say white goes a3. What is the idea? Queen a6. Uh-huh. He wants to trade this way.
Makes sense, makes sense. I think endgame is fine for black.
Yeah. So he goes queen d2.
That makes sense.
Makes some sense.
I think eventually you have to play some bishop f8 at some point. Or bishop
Yes.
e7.
Yeah, he goes back, yeah. But white probably has a pretty pleasant position, right? You can always go rook c1 at some point. Black's rook on a4 is okay, he wants to move to c4, so that makes a lot of sense. But black does have to watch
How
out
do
for
you
his
do it now,
continued
I
safety.
think? What's
Yeah,
the
and
next?
the computer does not like this for black at all.
You know, you can be tempted to play queen e2 to play queen swap, but it blunders because of it's a blunder because of rook d4.
Yeah, tricky idea. Queen 2, then you have queen h5, but black is rook takes d4 at this
Yeah.
X-ray on the queens, and then use in between move with with rook takes d1, and black will win a piece. So in the game, he takes on e6, forcing f8 because the d pawn was hanging, and now black's king is in serious trouble. So he goes rook e4, forcing a trade. But the problem with this endgame is black's rook on
No,
e4
no,
is
but the rook is trapped
completely trapped, right?
and a7 is falling.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hans is in
okay.
huge
Very
trouble
good
here.
technique from Anish. Yeah, it's
Yeah, white will go rook c1 at some point too, get the c file. Black is in huge trouble. Yeah, this is not what Hans wants. Yeah, I don't really like this opening choice by Hans in the blitz game. It feels very strange to kind of defend a slightly worse position in a blitz game like this. Is very seems unnecessarily difficult for himself.
maybe. I don't mind this line as black at all, but he made some like the rook takes e4 was very strange.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, it's much more natural to take an e4 with the pawn
Yeah,
and fix
then
the structure and
bishop g7.
right. Bishop f8 comes, bishop g7, and yeah, black should be doing totally fine with two bishops, but yeah, he goes g4 trying to free his rook. But the problem is rook's like even if black's rook doesn't get trapped, rook c1 will come and white will just infiltrate in the c file, and black's pieces are completely out of play, and all of his pawns are huge weaknesses. So
Yeah,
probably simply rook c1 here I'll play with white before don't even think about the a pawn yet. Just
yeah,
completely eliminate all.
almost resignable, honestly.
Yeah. Computer gives +5. Wow.
Rook c4. Okay. Not a okay, decent attempt.
Yeah, rook c1, rook c4 happens. But probably like could simply take and bring the other rook to c1, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what it takes. C1 and Hans is in huge trouble. Yeah, I don't even know what to suggest. I mean, it's basically resignable, yeah? Like all of his pawns are falling.
I mean, king f7. But I think you can
H.
even maybe you can even take on c4, yeah. So e5, f3.
Right, so when black has a spin by f3, simply taking the rook away. And rook h4,
h4 replied by
g3.
g3, rook h3, king g2.
Right.
Or yeah, basically.
And white's bishop will be free. So that trick doesn't even work for Hans. Yeah, not much to be done. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I took an e4 with the rook. I think it's a little bit too creative. Maybe you want to decide to kind of go rook e4 and get counterpoint the c file, but a little bit too ambitious, I think.
Yeah, I think it's just over. He's down 2 pawns. It's very, very. You don't even
As long
have
as
to.
Wesley's not watching and learning Hans's moves, exactly. Yeah. Okay, he's down 2 pawns. Not looking good.
He's trying to hang in there. Yeah, it's very. Even the pawn structure is just too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only down 2 pawns, his pieces are kind of trapped here. His rook is trapped. He's basically nothing going from rook h7. Yeah, probably could simply expand with f4, king f3 at some point. Should be a pretty straightforward win. Although he is spending some time here, but yeah, okay, probably a lot of them would just a4.
Yeah, I think he'll pull up. It's very easy. And then some like a5, I don't know, rook b7, rook b6.
Everything is falling.
Yeah, I think rook b7 is just over. Yeah, rook b7 is. Yeah, good game from Anish for sure. Some poor decisions from Hans.
Yeah,
Let's see if I mean he just needs one win, it's over. Um,
but I'm curious if he wins the game, do they keep playing still? They probably do, right?
I have no idea.
I assume they would keep playing because I think they're just playing for points mostly, not. I think they'll go for the overall match score, but
Maybe yeah.
yeah, I'm still curious if we can find that game that we didn't see, but I cannot find it anywhere. So I guess not.
Okay, okay. This game is very crucial. Let's see. Because Hans might be tilted now. So it's a very important game.
Yes.
Just 1 point lead.
So we're in round 10 now. So yeah, the chess.com thing still says 4.5, 3.5, but they played one more game, so which I assume ended in a draw. So he's still +1. So actually the match is not over if he wins. Anish can still come back. Ah, okay. So apparently the correct result is 5.5, 4.5. Okay. So there are 2 games left. Okay.
They started the game. Do we have the board?
Okay, yeah, the game's getting going. Yeah, so you're right, yeah. So if Hans wins this, then he
Okay, this
does
time,
take
great.
the match.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so we
it.
get this line again, bishop e5 check. And he goes knight c3, a little bit of a different line this time.
No,
Um
it's the same. The Anish changed.
sorry, yeah, Anish change it with a6 b6.
Yeah, ACBC is the change.
So
Yeah, b6, the main line, ball theory.
he really believes in these positions for white, it's sort of anti-Sicilians. I think they do fit his style.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
like this fight. It's pretty interesting.
yeah, very logical training at knight c4.
I'm not sure about knight d2. I know like maybe rook f d1,
Hmm.
followed by bishop h4, bishop g3 could be an idea. To just put pressure on d6.
Right. Pretty standard. Then he tries to immediately reroute the knight, but if knight c4 now, black is maybe ready to go d5, right? So it's not that simple.
Yeah, totally.
And bishop will come to c5, and white's pieces are very awkward. So he was working one now, pairing knight c4 at some point. But yeah, like I said, he always has to watch out for d5. So maybe black plays something simple like rook c8, right? And but I mean knight c4 d5. But yeah, maybe he can go for the same plan that you suggested with bishop h4, bishop g3 at some point.
Yeah, but again, like with knight and d2 is a bit weird. Usually
Right.
they go knight d2 when black plays e5. So then it's much easier to play knight c4. But
Definitely,
still, it's very
definitely.
complex. And one more time, Hans has a huge time advantage right now. So again, like he should not be, like Ani should not be spending so much time.
Yeah. It seems like he's uncomfortable in these positions. It's really strange why he's spending so much time. I mean, rook c8 is a move you can play in like 1 second, right? He spent almost a minute on it. And Hans immediately goes knight c4.
Not knight c4.
So d5 does happen. We do get this. So what is Hans's idea? Because to my eye, it looks like bishop c5 is coming, and I'm not sure how he plans on dealing with that.
Bishop c4, queen h4. Bishop c5, queen h4. ed maybe, yeah. The knight.
Maybe.
Do I have knight d5?
Yeah, so maybe knight d5, I guess. Bishop c5, queen f4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you can think about sacking exchange somehow. Like let's say knight e3, bishop c5, queen h4, d4. Maybe you, I don't know, you have some trick. You can take on d4 maybe. It's kind of unclear.
Yeah, it's very unclear. Maybe some knight f5. I don't know, because this d5, I mean some rook d7 at some point. Or knight g4 maybe. Maybe knight g4. Or knight, yeah.
Right.
After d4.
Yeah, black has to watch out next year with all these kind of tricks with rook d7 and bishop f6 and
And then
f6.
dc, you have bishop f6, I think.
Right. And black is in huge trouble with all the pins and
yeah.
So yeah, interesting stuff. So he does go knight e3.
And once again, like huge time advantage for Hans.
Yeah, now again, Anish is the one who needs to calculate all these sort of complications. So very smart by Hans playing knight e3 relatively quickly. Now the pressure is kind of on black to figure out what to do.
So perhaps some like h6 would be on my radar.
Right.
So then after bishop h4, at least you no longer have this queen h4.
Exactly, yeah. So then we will have to go queen f4.
That would make sense.
Probably just a better version for black, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's too much. Like he's spending too much. It's not gonna work.
Right. And he goes rook e8, but again, Hans just keeps tempting him to calculate everything out. But yeah, then f5 comes.
Queen h4.
And yeah, I mean, computer still says black is okay, but with white pieces storming in with 30 seconds.
Okay, I don't know what the engine says, but in my opinion, black is falling apart.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
Time, super complicated. White has easy moves. I mean, just give white one move, bishop f3, and it's winning.
So I just don't understand why Anish is doing this to himself and making himself have to suffer with 10 seconds on the clock. There's zero chance he survives this.
Do you have some like knight g7? Does knight g7 just win
knight g7?
And then like queen h6?
Right, queen h6, bishop f6. I mean, it looks very good for white. Yeah, so he does. No, sorry. I'm looking at my own analysis. So he's taking his time here. He has 2 minutes on the clock. No reason to rush. I mean, I guess at the end, black can try to like survive with like
on f6, then queen g5.
Yeah, I think so. Queen g5 makes a lot of sense too.
Oh, knight h6.
But you just wondered.
Oh, brilliant tactical vision by
Hans. Cheeky Hans.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I guess black needs to play g6 to keep fighting, but this is very bad for black anyway. But yeah, knight h6.
Very good calculation by Hans.
Great vision by Hans. And yeah, just 1-0.
So now it's gonna be the last game, right?
So great game for Hans. I mean, definitely a huge comp, and it's probably a little bit demoralizing for Anish, right? Now knowing that even if he wins the last game, he's still behind by a point.
Yeah,
So
well, I still like don't know the format, like how do they count the points? But I mean, yeah, okay, they're playing the last game, so definitely. Yeah.
I think Hans was explaining it was something like the Blitz is worth maybe 1 point per game, and Classical is
a
worth
good
like
player, but he
3 point per game.
Like each and every game is very important.
Yes, definitely.
So, but let's say if Hans wins the last game, it's gonna
Right.
be like
So
it feels
yeah,
like
I mean
even if he
that's the
loses one
biggest
game
reason.
in classical, they'll keep.
Yes, so I'm not sure why Caro keeps playing on my computer, but all right. Yeah. No, I don't really know why Anish is killing himself on the clock like this. I mean, maybe he's not too comfortable with the position, but okay, regardless, you need to eventually just make a move, right? And keep playing. It's a blitz game, so maybe a bit of
I think it's
nerves,
very important for Anish not to lose the last game
right?
because yeah, I mean he should be favorite in classical, and yeah, he really like 3 points is too much. Being down by 3 points in Blitz is just too much, and it would have also it would be a huge confidence boost for Hans, and I don't know if Anish can handle it. It's just difficult after such a big loss to come back in classical. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, it's funny. I feel like in a way, Hans maybe intentionally created the format to start with blitz so that he could try to get in his opponent's heads a little bit, knowing that
Yeah,
he's the favorite in most blitz matches.
yeah.
All right, so we get the game going. Okay, so this is how he goes for Ragos and Bishop B4. So he ditches this Semitara stuff.
T6? What is that?
D6. I've not seen this move. Bishop F5. So he wants to play
Wow,
sort of
definitely knows what he's doing.
yeah. So he goes for like a sort of weird kind of Carlsbad type position.
Bishop, no, he didn't play Bishop G6, did he? Bishop G6 is so weird to me. It's really weird.
Yeah. No, Bishop E6 would be a normal looking move, but he goes to
Yeah.
G6. No, but this is very strange to me because now White has a diagonal for the bishop uncontested, right? Normally Black wants to go Bishop D6 to counter it, but here he has problems with the B7 pawn, so he can't do that. Yeah, I mean, this seems to just be a sort of
I
safe.
I really don't understand what this Hans is doing. It's very, very reckless play. 94. I mean, what if just I don't know, rook C1, the next move,
Right,
maybe G6, F3.
right. Yeah, no, it seems like he got a very bad kind of slaw position. Yeah, very strange play by Hans. Like G6 is, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought he would get a bishop D6 or something and be okay, but could be 3 just kills us all Black's neutralizing.
But still, the one advantage that Hans has is the time again.
Yeah, again, Anish is spending all his time, which is really weird.
Something wrong with Anish. Like you cannot be like why not rook C1? It's just
Yeah, it's so logical. I don't even see another move to play, right?
what does he play?
Yeah, he finally played rook C1, but after a minute for some reason. Yeah, Anish is definitely off today. It's weird. I mean, maybe it's just part of Hans' strategy almost to kind of just like bluff and play sort of random moves and get Anish out of his theory and make him start thinking. I don't know. It's interesting. It just goes back, yeah. But yeah, White has a few ways of playing him. You can probably simply take the bishop and just
Yeah, so
right.
exactly, which shows that 94 was really like pointless.
Yeah,
White just gained like a couple tempies, and but still, it's not terrible for Black.
yeah. I mean, it's still
Obviously,
solid.
rook
The game
E8.
goes on.
Yeah, rook E8, bishop F8 is it's pretty solid for Black. What is Anish doing? It's so strange.
Yeah, I don't understand what he's. Also, it's a super kind of simple position, right? It's not. There's nothing to really calculate.
I think Anish is dealing with some lack of confidence right now.
Yeah.
That's why he's spending so much time. It's definitely some lack of confidence, I think.
No, definitely, yeah. Um,
Yeah, probably just rook E8, just
He
should
spends
blitz up.
35 seconds to rook d1, but again, now Hans can just keep playing instantly, right? Like you said, rook e8. He doesn't really need to think here. He can kind of just play moves. So, okay, he goes a5, but a5, I
I
don't
don't
know if I
like it.
like as much.
I really don't like it. Because White always wanted to go, I think, a3, and then
Exactly.
but the problem was that White could almost never trade the queens because of AB and then b5. So now Black no longer has the option of taking AB, which I don't
Exactly.
like.
Yeah, and also like if I was Anish here, I would, especially given the time disadvantage, I would immediately go a3 after bishop e7 and trade queens. Now that black can't go ab, and you have two bishops here, get a slightly better endgame.
Yeah.
But he used that a4, and I really, yeah, I don't like how this is going because now his pieces are kind of misplaced, and he's also making the position a lot more complicated, right? With a minute down on the clock, I don't like what he's doing at all here.
And again, that was my point. Like, I mean, Anish is a fantastic chess player, but he's very, very good at e4. He knows the structures and everything. This line, like these d4 positions, is not really his style, in my opinion. That's why he's suffering in Blitz. Like if it was classical, no problem. But in Blitz, when he has to like play it very quickly, he just doesn't feel so confident. Yeah,
Definitely,
now you can
definitely.
see like his position is almost falling apart.
Right, and obviously something's going wrong with white if they play h3 like this in bishop f1, giving black all the dark squares here. And yeah, the play is super easy for Hans. White's bishop is completely shut out. You can
Yeah,
double on the e file maybe next. I mean, it's just so easy for black to play too. And he's up a minute and a half on
now
it.
it's just to double up the rooks, of course.
Maybe he
Yeah,
wants to go queen, but rook e6 is a very smart move because white would probably want to go queen c5, but now you can meet it with b6 to keep the queens on.
yeah.
He goes queen f2, but
Queen f2.
very shaky for white. Takes an f1. He goes rook e8. Yeah, simple approach. And look at Hans, still over 2 minutes on his clock, just putting all the pressure. Like perhaps it's not the most accurate way of playing, but he's just playing so fast and creating all these threats that Anish is going to have a really tough time here.
And now it's just super, super easy for Black to play it because he cannot even move the rooks. Maybe even just throwing in an a4.
Right, a4 somewhere. Just
like,
fix
what
another
else?
weakness on b2.
There are many moves. It's just comfortably better for Black.
Definitely, definitely. This bishop d8, interesting.
Yeah,
Not sure where he's heading.
Well, I feel like he's eyeing at a4, bishop a5.
Right, and maybe he wants to go g5 at some point without trapping his own bishop. So
Exactly. That's a good point.
yeah,
So
he goes
maybe
g5.
threatening now g5 and then bishop a5. Exactly.
Now, I guess wait. Okay, so the a pawn is hanging too. So if you grab e3, a4 will fall. So black is obviously better, but how exactly does he try to break through? So he goes rook e2.
Wait, does he have b4?
Queen d3 instantly. Wow. Takes. Oh, queen for king f1. Wait, but there's a win here.
Oh wait, queen d2 maybe, yeah.
Ah, queen d2.
And he found it.
Very nice. Wait, so what would happen to the Ah, okay. Because I was wondering why apparently white's trying to win a save.
GG.
If he took with the
Wow,
pawn,
great performance by Hans. 7.5 to 4.5. Great. Amazing, amazing performance.
amazing stuff by Hans too. Like to play this fast too is a very smart strategy because I think white's way of holding on here was to take with the pawn on a5. Because now after queen d2, you can go rook d1. And the difference is now after taking h1, your queen is also attacked.
Yeah.
And white will be holding on. But playing queen d3 and scaring him with a few seconds on his clock, I mean, it makes sense that he panicked and couldn't find a way. So very smart play by Hans, I will say. Like he just knows when to keep playing fast and putting the pressure, and Anish was clearly not comfortable here. So very smart by Hans.
So the games are over.
Yeah, so I guess that's
Do
it
we
for the
have
Blitz
Hans for
portion.
some questions or
Yeah, definitely. So we'll get Hans on for some questions for some
That's
an interview. I think you guys will
because
enjoy that a lot.
Hans been traveling for a long time already, and he flew to Amsterdam yesterday. Definitely some tiredness, but I'm actually surprised. Like with all this fatigue, he's still performing such a.
No, definitely. Hans, sometimes he just like it's unbelievable that he will be on no sleep, just exhausted, burned out, and he'll still play very, very well. He has great
I
instincts
think
and he
like
knows,
Hans.
and the thing is he has great instincts and great psychology. He knows how to put pressure on his opponents, and it never
Hello,
really
Hans. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Hans.
Congratulations. Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, no, it's just the beginning. No congratulations yet.
Of
Yeah,
course, of
sure.
course. So yeah, very exciting games. Where did you feel like you started to get the edge over him? Hello?
Hans, we can hear you.
Uh, there, Hans?
Wait, guys, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. No, I said no congratulations are allowed yet. Me too.
Okay.
How did
Yeah,
I
of course.
play? How did I play, guys?
No, great. I was just wondering, where did you feel like the match would have turned and you felt like you were getting the edge over him?
Probably this little swindle that I had when I was this obstacle bishop swindle. And then I sort of the openings. I really very upset that I got such bad positions in the opening. Like I was just losing like only because of the opening, but this last game I played was amazing. I think like it felt very nice.
The last
And
couple
definitely,
games.
yeah, and something we noticed is you lost. It feels like he lost a lot of confidence, right? Toward the end of the match, he started playing very, very slow in some positions, and you did a great job of taking advantage of that.
Yeah. So there was like, for example, I'm quite curious. After I play 93, like the line, you should play H6, I guess, right?
In the last
Like
game, yeah?
no, second to last game.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
H6 you should
third to
play,
last
right?
game.
Yes,
Second,
you should have played it.
and after H6, I wasn't sure either. Like Bishop H4, Bishop C5, Queen F4, D4, and then I thought
I can
here.
pull up the game right now.
Yeah.
So here after D4, I thought I had some tricks. I thought like after D4, I played knight G4, DC,
Yeah.
and then like rook D7.
Right. We were looking at very similar things.
Yeah, rook D7 here, right? It's just winning.
Oh, we're
Or no?
looking at bishop takes F6 first, maybe.
Bishop. Okay,
Yes.
but there should be something.
Yes,
Okay, bishop
exactly.
6 first. No, I
Exactly.
felt like there should be something. This,
Yeah,
you know,
I think-
you see this this knight H6 Queen E5. I saw it in some like puzzle book, so it was very fresh. I've seen there's this exact tactic. I don't remember the game, but
Yeah.
it was very. I saw it like this.
Yeah, great tactical vision for sure. So Hans, I have a question for you. You've been traveling for such a long time, and
Yeah.
you also flew yesterday to Amsterdam. How do you see your energy level?
Well, I've slept a lot. Like I don't know, I slept sort of 6 hours in the flight, then another 8-9 hours here, but I had very peaceful sleep in the plane. And I feel like I woke up quite early. I was worried about the 10 a.m. schedule, not being able to wake up that early, but I feel very good and invigorated by these. I'm very happy Anish played Nadov. It was like a pleasant surprise. I didn't check anything, but it was very pleasantly surprised.
No, that's awesome. And not to keep you too long, but just curious, you have your STC match coming up against Wesley. How are you feeling about
Oh, I
that?
forgot about that. What time? So it's 5:30. So I have the match in 4 hours and 15 minutes. I have another.
Wow.
This is a very good confidence boost, actually, because
Yeah.
I thought I could have won by a bigger score even, but it's very good, very, very good. So
Yeah, guys, Hans is a superhuman sometimes. He can just go forever, no sleep, just whatever, any condition, make Hans play, and he'll play amazing chess. So we believe in him. I think this will give him some good confidence. Probably Wesley was watching the match to try to
yeah,
learn
probably.
your style.
Hopefully he's scared now.
Maybe he'll get in his head a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because he thinks I'm tired that +3 is a good score.
How do you
That's
see your
like I'm
chances?
+1 in classical.
How do you see your
I think
chances against Wesley?
I think they're very good. We'll let the chess speak for itself.
As always. Well, we'll let you get some rest then.
For sure.
Great match, great match. Unfortunately, we did have
Yes.
some technical difficulties, so the stream didn't get to see
That's
the first
okay.
few games.
That's okay.
But
It's okay. It's okay.
we saw you play some great chess, and we let the chess speak for itself, as always.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. See you guys.
All
Have a
right,
good
thanks,
rest.
Hans.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck. See you.
Yeah, great performance by Hans for sure. I'm actually very
Yeah,
impressed by him. I don't know how he can pull it off like this. I was expecting him to be a bit tired today, and which would be very natural. I mean, he just flew yesterday, and he had Turkish League. He was playing this tournament, in World Teams. But yeah, still he not only won the match, but also he was playing in a very high quality fashion. He was showing great game, and yeah, I'm actually quite optimistic for his chances in classical as well because he seems ready.
no, totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm also exhausted and a bit jet lagged, flying and playing this last tournament. And I don't know how Hans does it. Like, I know for me, I would not be able to. Don't know if I'll be able to play a long match right now, but he finds a way. And yeah, no, definitely it's great. I think he has great chances. I think Anish will start to feel a lot more pressure for the classical now. And
Mhm.
yeah, if Hans' STC match goes well, I think that'll add be a huge confidence booster as well, even for the rest of this match. So
Yeah,
that'll be
for
really
sure,
exciting to see.
for sure, for sure.
All right, guys. So in that case, I think we'll get going. Make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll have more exciting chats and also, yeah, check out the SEC match. And yeah, before you go, make sure to check out gmhans.com, of course. The
Yeah,
man, the myth, the
100%.
legend. There's amazing content there right now, and we'll have a lot more coming soon. So make sure to keep stay tuned for that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Make sure you check out the site. It's great. If you want to improve, in fact, if you want to improve, want to get better at chess, just make sure you check out this website.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks
We'll
for
see you.
watching, guys.